welcome to Craft Little Things, something a little bit different for you today. I've received this parcel and I know what's in it, and it was beautifully packaged, and it's from the lovely Anne Melvin, who's at my upline in Stampin Up. She's the lady behind Positivity Papercraft channel and blog and Facebook group, and she organised a paper and ribbon share, which, even though I'm a demonstrator, I've took part in because it's a value for money way for us, even as demonstrators, to get everything that's in the new range. So this is a paper and ribbon share, so it's most of the papers and the new ribbons that came out in the new Stampin' Up catalogue. And I think I've mentioned paper shares before and ribbon shares and how they can save you money. And what it does is it lets you get a sample of everything, and then you can see which ones you want to get more of or which ones you use a lot of. And it is worth doing because I've just got a piece here, look. This is from a paper share I did last year, and I've still got whole pieces. Usually with a paper share, depending on how many people you share with, you get what your share cut down to 6x6s. So even if the papers are 12x12, you get 6x6 versions, and that's what Anne's done here. I kind of tend to try to give out, if something's a 12x12 and there's 4 of them, or there's 2 people sharing, I try to tend to stick with the 12x12 where possible when I do a paper share. But obviously the volume of shares that Anne had, that would have been a nightmare to organise. So, right, so inside my box then, and this is the first time I've looked in it myself. I have opened it and just to check that that's what it was before doing this, but this is my first look at everything. Oh, she's packeted up the ribbon really nicely as well, so you can see what it is. That's lovely. I'm going to zoom in a little bit on some of this. I'm a real ribbon fanatic. But again, last year's catalogue share, I've still got, I think Anne's given I think she gave over 2 metres of ribbon with each share. The ribbon share I did last year, we shared 9 metres between 9 of us, so we're getting a metre each, and I've still got some left. So it is a good way to work. That's lovely. That grey granite ribbon. I don't know if you can see the kind of, looks like elastic. It's not elastic, but it's got that kind of relief on it. And then the white stitched edge. That's really nice. And the same in Granny Apple Green, which is a new colour. That's a lovely colour, isn't it? It looks quite similar to Lemon Lime Twist, but a little bit greener, less yellowy. That's textured weave ribbon. That's lovely. If you hear singing all of a sudden, I think my son's about to come down the stairs singing his head off and doesn't realise I'm filming. So that's him shut up. The polka dot tulle, that's lovely. It's really nice. Reminds me of something I had over a bridesmaid dress when I was young. The mini striped Bermuda Bay. This is another colour is this a colour that's come back, I think. That's almost like this mini stripe ribbon. Gorgeous grey. It's like the ribbon, a smaller version of the ribbon we had, not last year, the year before, for the in colours. And I like that as well. I think there's another one of those. Poppy Parade in the new in colour. Not the new in colour, new colour. And then we've got the grey grain, very narrow gauge ribbon, and that's in the new in colours. Call Me Clover, lovely lipstick. Oh, that's gorgeous, in Grapefruit Grove. The Blueberry Bushel and Pineapple Punch. That's lovely. Yeah, I'll be needing putting those to use. Some more of the tulle, but this time in Very Vanilla. That was in Whisper White. Oh, I didn't realise it came in 2 colours. Oh, that's nice. That's great for weddings and babies, isn't it? Then we've got cotton ribbon in Real Red. And we've got the Tea Room ribbon. This is one I really... Oh, that's gorgeous. Oh, that's nicer than I thought it was going to be. Very Vanilla and Coastal Cabana. that's got a bronze metallic edge to it. I didn't even realise it was like that from the catalogue, and I thought it would be thicker, but I love the thinner ribbons. I just think they're more versatile for the projects I do. And this is metallic ribbon, petal pink and shaded spruce. That's quite a thick fabricy ribbon, that. It's really nice. One's thicker than the other. I think these come as a 2-pack, and so do these. And so if they come as a 2-pack, they tend to have 9.1 meters on a spool, but if it comes as a 2-pack, they tend to have a little bit less. So will be in the catalogue anyway. And then we got this free. Oh my goodness, that's gorgeous. The mini ruffled ribbon. That is so cute. I've got to get that out and have a feel of it. I've been quite good, haven't I, not getting things out to sniff and feel them. Oh, that is so cute. Look at that. Does that come in more than one colour? No, I need some. You see, this is what I mean about getting samples in your hands. I'm just going to grab a catalogue. Excuse me. Right, so that's... Right, so that mini ruffled ribbon comes in... Oh, it comes in all last year's in colours. It comes in the 2017-19 in colours. 750, see, that's 9.1 metres. The combo pack comes in 4.6 metres. So these are 4.6 metres on each spool. That's gorgeous. Yeah, so I'm going to have myself some of that. It's lovely. And then these are the twines. We've got silver and petal pink, silver and pool party, and silver and whisper white twines, which are really lovely with that silver fleck through them. Don't worry, we'll get to the papers in a minute. Oh, they're beautifully packaged. Anne always does that attention to detail. She's so good at it. I mean, it's lovely, beautifully packaged in this box. So, love the ribbons already. That is just lovely. You see, when I've got the papers and the inks, you just need ribbons to finish things off, even though I do tend to use white ribbon a lot for a lot of things. Right, so here we go then. This is Twinkle Twinkle DSP. Let's have a look at this. I'm going to do this quite sort of slowly, more slowly than I normally do, because I know there's a couple of people who are watching this to get an idea of what's in each pack. Because of a special offer that's coming up. I like that one. That one could be used for anything. It is just so versatile. You've got, I think it's Old Olive in there. I wouldn't like to guess what the colours are. Still haven't got to grips with the new colours. They're like constellations, look. They make up hearts and stars. I would have thought that's mint macaron. That's really nice. And you get 2 sheets of that in this share. That's lovely. It reminds me of a suit I had as like a pinstripe suit. And then stars on the back. That'll be Night of Navy, Whisper White, and then mint macaron and Whisper White on the other side. That's gorgeous. I don't know, is this crumb cake with the stars on? Oh, that's nice. I like that. I like the distressed look, sort of galaxy effect. This is similar to the first one, but it's got stars around it as well. And the constellations there. It's really nice. This one again looks like crumb cake. This might be that new colour, the sea foam, is it? I will have a look in the catalogue in a minute and just see if I can figure out what they are. I'm not sure if that's a new colour. Let me just check. Let me just get on to my papers so I can give a little bit better advice. Twinkle Twinkle has the colours Grey Granite, which is this colour actually. I thought it was Crumb Cake. This is Grey Granite. And then it also has Night of Navy, Petal Pink, that's this, Pool Party, which is this one. Oh yeah, of course it is. Soft Sea Foam and Whisper White. So the Soft Sea Foam must be this one, I thought it was. I got one right. So yeah, so that's the Soft Sea Foam. And so they're the colours that will coordinate and match with that paper. The cardstock pack for this has Grey Granite, Petal Pink and Pool Party in it. Next to the DSPs in the catalogue, you'll see that there are cardstock packs which have the corresponding colours and cardstock to some of the colours used in the DSP stack. Not all of them, usually, but ones that will mean they'll go a long way to be used in conjunction. The Tea Room Speciality DSP, now this is £13 and this comes in a 12 by 12. Oh, the Twinkle Twinkle is £10.25 and you get 12 sheets, 12 by 12, 6 double-sided designs. The Tea Room is a speciality paper, so it's a little bit more expensive. That's £13. It's got 24 sheets though of 12 by 12. You get 4 each of 6 double-sided designs, so it's actually it works out cheaper than the Twinkle Twinkle. So that's quite a bold pattern. Let me just tell you what colours this one comes with. Calypso Coral, Coastal Cabana, Crushed Curry, Old Olive, Rich Raspberry and Very Vanilla. So this sort of greeny colour is the Coastal Cabana. Oh, that's lovely. And that is the Calypso Coral. That's very similar though to the in colour stack, that one. And so we got 4 sheets of this in our, I love that one. I'm not too keen on that, it's giving me a bit of a headache, but that is gorgeous. That's sort of very, I don't know, very sort of vintage French sort of what I like. And so that one will be the Crushed Curry. That's lovely. And on the back we'll have I suppose it must be I don't know, it must be Calypso Coral because it's not Old Olive. Oh, that's a lovely one. I like that. That's one of those papers that if you 2 years ago I'd have looked at and thought, I don't like that, but now we'll look at and think, oh, that'll go now, and you can think of 100 things to do with it. So that's Coastal Cabana and Crushed Curry. And on the other side you've got Coastal Cabana, sort of tone on tone, which I love. Oh, I'm not too keen on that. That's Old Olive. And on the reverse of that you've got Coastal Cabana. To be honest, this paper feels really thin compared to all the DSP. Consider it speciality. I wonder if it's supposed to be. I wonder if that's why it's that little bit cheaper, because it's supposed to be a more lightweight, delicate paper. It is more, I know it's a tea shop thing, it's more of an envelope paper quality to me. That's gorgeous. That is absolutely gorgeous. And that'll be the Rich Raspberry going on there. That's lovely. And there we have that, the Calypso Coral, small design, it's really cute. Oh, that's a bit of a riot for me. There's a lot of flower riots going on and colour riots going on, but I'm sure I will put it to some use. It's got bits of fruit and all sorts in it. And oh, that's more me on the back. So that's the Calypso Coral, and that's every colour under the sun. So, you know what I'm like. Whatever is in my head comes out of my mouth. But yeah, I like that. And even though I don't like that, I will challenge myself to use it. There's a couple I don't like, and I will challenge myself to use them. Or I'll just use the reverse, but I'll probably challenge myself to use them. Right, share what you love DSP. Now this, if you haven't seen this, I have unboxed the full version of this before, but I will just run through quickly. And Share What You Love has Basic Black, Blackberry Bliss, Crumb Cake, Grapefruit Grove, Mint Macaron, Mossy Meadow, Old Olive, Pear Pizzazz, Petal Pink, Rich Raspberry, So Saffron, Tranquil Tide and Whisper White. So there's quite a lot of colours that are used in this. And in your cardstock pack that you get to go, that you can get to go with it, a cardstock pack has, usually it has 24 sheets, and you get 8 each of 3 coloured cardstock, but the stack to go with this has got 4 colours. You get 24 sheets in it, and it's got 6 each of those 4 colours. And with this one, it's Grapefruit Grove, Mint Macaron, Old Olive and Rich Raspberry, and that's £8 for that cardstock pack, which they're good value for money rather than buying a whole pack of every single colour. So you've got this one, which is the Mint Macaron, and then it's got all sorts of going on the front. You've got this lovely script on the back, which I really love. And this is really good. This is cardstock quality, this. Then you've got this lovely dotty pattern, and on the back of that you've got beautiful foiled floral pattern, which I've already used in projects. This is sort of foiled, and it's got that larger sort of chrysanth on it, and then it's got the beautiful green leafy pattern on the back. I hated this when I first saw it. Oh no, I liked this when I first saw it. It was another one. It was this one I hated, but I've seen it used beautifully in projects, so I'm definitely going to be using that. And I love that, the one on the back there. That one is another one I want keen on. This is a bit similar to the tea shop one, but it grew on me and I have used it and I love it. And I've also used that one, which I loved anyway. This one I hated, and I have got a project cut out ready to use it, but I'm still not that keen on it. But I have seen it used in other people's projects really nicely. And then there's that back in there. So that's your tea shop. And that one is a specialty paper. It's a much bigger stack. You get 24 sheets, 4 each of 6 double-sided designs, and they have the translucent and pearlised finish. They're not foiled, it's translucent and pearlised finish, which makes them really special. They look like they've been covered in some sort of a film. They're lovely. And they're £25, but it is a big stack, that. Tranquil Textures is next, and what do we have in this one? Let's have a look. I think this was one of the ones I was really keen on getting. This again is £10.25, and you get 2 each of 6 double-sided designs in a 12 by 12 from this one. And the colours in the cardstock pack are Crumb Cake, Mint Macaron and Night of Navy. And it has Balmy Blue, Crumb Cake, Fresh Fig, Mint Macaron, Night of Navy, Soft Seafoam, Tranquil Tide and Whisper White. I like that. It's really nice. That's the Fresh Fig on there. Oh. That's Night of Navy-ish. This is Crumb Cake, I think. Oh, Tranquil Tide. That looks tranquil. I like that. That's Tranquil Tide. Oh, I like that as well. I hate it when I like both sides. It's great when you've got one side you just don't like and the other side you love. I like both sides of that as well. This Balmy Blue's a nice colour, isn't it? It's a really nice colour. Oh, I love that. I can remember doing that when I was a kid with an empty Bic pen, dipping it in ink and dotting it around, and that's the effect you got. Or with a straw. Oh, I love that as well. And I love that. I think I love all of these then. Was there any I didn't like? That's probably the only one I'm not that, probably that and that I'm not keen on, but they'd look great as backgrounds. It's not even I'm not keen on them, it's, I can still see where I'd use them. So yeah, definitely that one's on my list because it's just lovely. And because I do a lot of boxes and bags, a whole sheet of most of those, that's the kind of thing I have going on in my head. What would a whole sheet of that look like made into a bag or a box? And they would look fine. So what I have going on in my head and what you have going on in your head could be two totally different things in terms of what you're looking for. Now this one is one that I loved as soon as I saw it in the catalogue. So let's see if reality lives up to my expectations. This one is again 12 sheets, two each of 6 double-sided designs in the 12 by 12. And this one comes with Petal Pink, Soft Suede, Tranquil Tide in terms of the cardstock pack. And this pack has the Blackberry Bliss going on, which we can see here. Cajun Craze, Grapefruit Grove, Mint Macaron, Petal Pink, which you can probably see here. Rich Raspberry, Soft Suede, Tranquil Tide and Whisper White. Now, I don't even need to tell you that I love this, because if you watch any of my videos, you know I love leaves and colour and... Oh, look at that. Oh, I love that. I've got to get more of this already, and I've only seen the first paper. Oh, gosh, I love that as well. I think this is that Cajun Craze. It's a lovely colour. Oh, look at that. Oh, I need more than one pack of this, because this is going to get used a lot by me. And that's just, oh my goodness, it gets better. Look at that. I love these sort of ones that look like fabrics. Oh, what a fantastic base. Oh, can you imagine that? I mean, you don't even need to have an imagination, do you, to create something using those. That's gorgeous. I'm like, I don't very often have nothing to say, but really, I mean, you don't need to say anything, do you? It's gorgeous. Oh, I love that. That could even be used at Christmas. I know it's not a Christmas paper, it's like fern, but it could be really nice at Christmas with the Christmas papers. Look at that. I love little leaf. I love leaf designs anyway. That's gorgeous. Oh, that reminds me of a plant I grew. The first plant I ever grew. And it had these like white papery flowers. I love stripes as well. Oh, that is such a versatile paper, that, because it's got so many colours in it. It's lovely. Do you even need to know what you're doing to create something lovely using these? Oh my goodness. That is beautiful. How elegant is that? You know, honestly, I'm not a salesperson at all. I don't care if nobody buys anything, but I'm just giving you my honest opinion, and these are my honest reactions and thoughts. These are what I'd do if I was sat with a mate, or if I was sat on my own. In fact, I forget I'm filming half the time and think I am sat on my own. That is gorgeous. That is a definite must have more of for me. That's the Nature's Poem. It's funny because I just knew I'd like that, just seeing it in the catalogue, but seeing it in real life. Oh. Need more, must have more. the Inkcolours 2719. I've got the Inkcolours 2018-20 already, so I won't bore you with everything, but I will go through these. I still love Lemon Lime Twist. I think it's an absolutely gorgeous fresh colour. I love it. So you get the wide stripe, the thin stripe, the large polka dot and the small polka dot, basically, in each colour. So they are fabulous to create projects with. You've already seen me use, if you watch me, you've probably already seen me use the new in colours, and these are the existing in colours. So you have, in each colour you'd have these, okay, and they work out a little bit differently because they come as 6x6s, and it's £10.25 for a pack, and you get 40 sheets in a pack, 2 each of 2 double-sided designs in 10 colours. Okay, so you get lots of them, and they're great. Stampin' Up brought those back. They revamped and brought them back because they just make great backgrounds, and they're great for matting and layering, but they're also, and they're really good thick quality, they're also great for you know, for making boxes and bags and things like I do. So that's that, and there's the Inkcolours, that lovely grapefruit grove on the top, blueberry bushel at the back. Do you know, I didn't even think we were getting the graceful glass design of vellum in this swap. Oh wow, Anne has really organised this well. So the graceful glass design of vellum comes in 6x6 sheets, and it's £10.25 for 24 sheets, which is really good. And you get 2 each of 12 single-sided designs. And this has got a coordinating stamp set. There are coordinating stamp sets, dies, all sorts of things that go with most of the papers, or all of the papers. Annie's like the vellum queen to me. She does fantastic things with vellum, and I have experimented a lot because of her. That's gorgeous. I like that one. Sometimes you don't need a lot of vellum to make a difference. Oh, I like that one. It's really nice. They're all really nice anyway. So that's those. That's the okay, I see what she's done. So she's given us a selection of the designs. So there's 6 other designs that I don't have, that are in the, you can see in the catalogue, but from this you can get a sense of the quality of the design. So there's like a floral one. There's one with like a diamond pattern that I haven't got, just a plain diamond pattern. There's one with just sort of blocks that I haven't got. There's one with like a church window that I haven't got. There's one with like a big sort of rounded swirly type thing that I haven't got, but yeah, that's great as a taster. So I love that. And that will definitely get used. Tropical Escape. Let me have a look at this one. It goes on, doesn't it? Tropical Escape comes as 6x6. And you get 48 sheets in this for £10.25, and it comes 4 each of 12 double-sided designs. So that's quite a big pack. And the cardstock to correspond comes in Blushing Bride, Granny Apple Green and Shaded Spruce. And so in the actual pack you've got black, Blushing Bride, Granny Apple Green, Shaded Spruce and white. Oh, you've also got, oh no. That's gorgeous. Absolutely love it. So what pink is that again? Blushing Bride. Love that. I can't tell the difference between my pinks. I've lost the plot. I think powder pink is slightly more orangey. That's lovely. That's such a versatile paper. That's really nice. That's similar to one we've got in something else. We had in something else that I've used recently, actually. I think I've even got a piece on my desk. That's gorgeous. That's gorgeous. Love that. Love that as well. Oh, that's quite pretty. I love leaves and flowers. That's gorgeous. Really cute. There is nothing wrong with any of these, is there? I mean, it's so versatile. Again, to make large projects smaller. Oh, I love that. That's really stood out for me, that one. That. Well, there is nothing in there that's offensive, that's for sure. So that could be another one that's on the list of must-haves. It's not as high up the list of must-haves as the... where am I so far with my must-haves? I might even pop them in order. I think these are just must-haves because you must have them. Because they're just staples and you need them. Nature's Poems at the top, and then I think we've got Tranquil Textures, and then we've got Tropical Escape. The only reason Share What You've Got isn't on my must-have is because I've already got loads of it. And then I think we'll have Tea Room underneath that. So that's where we are so far. These are just given as taken for granted that they're must-haves. So they're my order of favourites so far, but this could all change because look what's coming up. Garden Impressions. Oh, that is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And I love that. And I love that. Oh, and that is just so pretty. You see, to me, that's pretty without garishness. Some of them are just garish. I'm not saying in this stack, in some of the others I've looked at. That's lovely. And that's nice. See, again, you don't need to be a genius to create something gorgeous. That is just so pretty. I might use that in my mum's scrapbook because my mum, those colours just reminded me of her immediately. That's lovely. Oh, I love that. It's impressionistic. I just love it. Oh my goodness. That one really reminds me of my mum. Oh, you know, I wish I could just put that against that because I've got to get some of this for my mum's scrapbook because those colours that's just my mum in colour, in a paper. It's beautiful. Look at that. It's beautiful. Oh, I've got to get more of this because that reminds me of my daughter. Isn't it weird how paper can remind you of people? But that reminds me of my daughter straight away. That is just so bright and cheerful and happy, just like she is. Oh, I love it. That's got to go on her scrapbook in her scrapbooks. I'm going to have to get loads of that. It's gorgeous. Oh, it's absolute. Oh my goodness. Oh, really? I don't know if that has done justice, but that. This has to go all through my mum's scrapbook. That is just my mum on paper. It's just amazing. So that is for my own personal use rather than for the products I sell. That's got to go at the top. That is just beautiful. And then I'll leave that one to the bottom because I think this is just Brights, Regal, Subtles and Neutrals, 4 sheets of each collection, which was a freebie in the share. So again, that's just these. Okay, so we just got a random 4 colours from each collection. Right, now Best Root DSP. I'm not quite sure I get this, and I'm not quite sure I'll ever use it. However, for scrapbook, that's like the Thames, isn't it? For scrapbooking, travels and stuff, and I suppose, I don't know, it's a bit sexist to say male things because women drive as much as men do, but I love that. Absolutely beautiful. I love that. I love that. Like abstract designs. That's not, oops. This is like a grid paper, that's fine. It's not offensive. Little aeroplanes. Might be good for boys' cards and boxes. That's not offensive. Bicycle. And woof, very bright little colour right there. And little sort of place names, the odd little heart thrown in. It's quite cute. Yeah, it's not on my list, but it's not, there's nothing wrong with it. I'll use it, I'm sure. I like to challenge myself to use things that I don't like. You call me strange, but Animal Expedition. Now I've seen loads of people making things with stamp sets. Look at the state of my nails. Loads of people making stuff with a stamp set that goes with this. And my jury's out really, whether I like it or not. I mean, that's great as a wallpaper. Oh no, I could make some lovely things with this. Things are just coming to mind. Look at that giraffe print. Yes, things are definitely coming to mind. Little sort of, I don't know if it's supposed to be a tire track or something. Oh, I love, isn't that cute? And that is gorgeous. Oh, look at that. How cute is that? And I love that. And the hippo. I love hippos. I don't like to get too close to one there. Love that backing as well. Again, you really don't need to be a genius to create lovely homemade cards using these papers. I mean, that's it. Very vanilla base. You've made something gorgeous. Oh, I love that. Oh, well, that one is going into my pile of yes please, I think. And I know it is because I like it. Now that one is, just for information, that one is £10.25, and again it's 12 sheets, 2 each of 6 double-sided designs. And the cardstock pack that coordinates with it has Berry Bears, Lemon Lime Twist and Pool Party. So yeah, I could see I'm surprised there isn't a darker green in that pack actually. But right, so it's going under Tranquil Textures. Now we've got Broadway Bound. Oh wow. This one feels quite thick, so maybe it's a really thick cardstock or it's a speciality paper. Broadway Bound is a speciality series. It's £13 and it has 12 sheets, 2 each of 6 double-sided designs. basic black, gold foil, grey granite, lemon lime twist, lovely lipstick and whisper white. That's nice. Personally, I'll probably end up cutting those out rather than using it as a sheet, but that is beautiful and I would definitely use that as a sheet. That I might use at Christmas, or again cut them out. That's gorgeous, I would use that. That's beautiful, I would use that. That would make great boxes. That's nice and bright and lovely and everything, but I don't think I'd personally use that. So it'd be the other side. Oh, that is gorgeous. That is absolutely beautiful. That's gold foil with embossed stars and a lovely backing, but to me that would be one of those cases where I felt like I was committing a crime if I put glue on there and stuck it down so that could show. So I think for me it would definitely be this side. Oh, it's gorgeous. That is really gorgeous. I can't tell you how lovely that is. I mean, I don't know if you can see, but it's beautiful. This is foiled as well. Oh, again, back's okay, but to me it would be against the law to glue down this side. There's some more number sheets and some spotty sheets with the hats. I've seen those using look gorgeous, but again, that's more me. Now that is a definite, it's one that I'll probably get later on in the year because it's something I'd probably use more around sort of party Christmas time. So it is on my, I'm going to put it underneath Tea Room in terms of my favourite. Petal Promenade. Oh gosh, look at this. This is using, I was reading about this and I can't remember what it's called, but it's using a technique where there are actual photographs that are used and turned into paper rather than drawings or digitally made images. So Petal Promenade again is £10.25, 12 sheets of 2 of each of 6 double-sided designs, and it's coming into you in 12 by 12s. And Petal Promenade cardstock comes in Mossy Meadow, Petal Pink and Thick Very Vanilla. That's gorgeous. And that's a marble effect. Oh, look at those peonies. How gorgeous are they? And that's another marble effect. Again, look. You don't have to be a genius for Stampin' Up. You could choose any of these colours and use it as a backing. Oh, I've just got a nut stuck in my teeth. You could use any of those colours and use it as your card base. Can you hear me trying to find one? Can you hear my brain wearing away? I've got this sheet here of powder pink. I mean, look at that. And that's matching in with this colour here, I think. Oh, this is Blushing Bride, sorry. Yeah. But look, that could be it. Your card's done. So easy to make something gorgeous. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. That's got like a bokeh, whatever you call it, effect, bouquet. That looks like crinkled up satin. And they're great for cutting out. Be fantastic for scrapbooking. So would they. And look at that, lovely rich colours. That's beautiful. That's like my dad's sort of. And marble on the back. And again, look how easy it would be to make something pretty. So that's it. So that one, I think it's gorgeous and I need it, but I don't need it as desperately as I need some of the others. So for me then, if I'm going to be desperate to rush out and buy as a customer, Garden Impressions comes top simply because of my scrapbooking for my mum. So that's, for me, that would be the top. Nature's Poem, because it's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, these top three are definitely, would be must-haves for me. And then would come further down the list. Where's my tea one? I've already put that. Garden Impressions, Nature's Poem, Tranquil Textures, and then I think I'd have my tea room one. Then these two, this one would come ahead of this one. That one is one I would get later in the year, and I'd probably get that one later in the year as well. Ready to use for wedding stuff for next year. So that's my order. So those four would definitely be bought together, and then I'd go for those four together. So yeah, love them. Not so fussed about this, and these ones I would sort of get them in anyway. This one I've already got. And this one, it's cute, but not a definite, you know, it's not one I'm going to really use a lot of. And the vellum, I'd use this first and then buy some more. So, yeah. And the ribbons, this is one I'll definitely get in different colours. Definitely get another pack of that. And the others I would replenish once I've used what I have, because I don't use a lot of ribbon. I'm not a ribbon maniac. So yeah, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I'm so grateful to Anne for sorting all that out for us. You know, that was just an absolute... I'm just getting ready to take a photograph for my Facebook site, my Facebook page, or for Instagram or whatever. So yeah, so thanks to Anne for sorting it all out for us. Just saves so much hassle when you can test everything out and see it all in the flesh. So I'm really grateful for that. And also I did manage to hit my 500 subscribers, so I'm really grateful for that as well. And also, just zoom out a bit, and also I just wanted to say, I saw a video yesterday about it was a Stampin' Up demonstrator who's not a Stampin' Up demonstrator anymore, saying why she's not a Stampin' Up demonstrator. And one of the reasons she said she wasn't a Stampin' Up demonstrator, which made me laugh, was because things retire too quick. Now, because things retire, it doesn't mean you can't use them anymore. Customers can't buy them anymore. But when I demonstrate, I don't think that somebody's going to rush out and get the exact things I've used to make the exact thing I've made. I kind of demonstrate thinking, this is giving somebody an idea, and they might use what they've got to try and recreate that idea in their own way, because for me that's what creativity is all about. And so they might choose to use Stampin' Up products that they already have. They might choose to buy the Stampin' Up products that they see me use and they haven't got. And that's why I do give information on how to get them and how much they cost and things like that. I don't always do that. I'm not a salesperson. I'm just not. That's not my forte really at all, and I know that. I do this because I enjoy it, but I don't sort of say, right, this costs this much and this is where you get it and go buy one and get another one free. No, I'm not into that. I'll let you know if there's something I like. I'll be honest in my opinions of the products, and if you want to buy the products, that's fantastic. But if you want to go and buy products from the range and make the same thing I've made, then that's up to you. That's your choice. And if you want to use something you've had in your cupboard that you bought of, Create and Craft or something, or from, I don't know, anywhere, then that's fine. And I don't feel, because that's my approach, I don't feel bound to only demonstrate new stuff or current stuff, because I could be using a retired paper, and I mean this, for instance, this retired last year and I still use it. I still use these papers, and I've used them recently in projects, and if it might be frustrating if you wanted to rush out and buy this, because it'll be very difficult to do so, but you can get polka dot paper anywhere. You could recreate what I'm making. It might not be the same quality or whatever, and I do stand by the quality of Stampin' Up products, but you can get a different polka dot paper, or you might have one in your stash and you can use that. So in that sense, when things retire, it's only when things retire, it's only a problem if you're trying to get people to buy. If you're a proper salesperson and you're treating Stampin' Up as a business and you want to make money out of it, or you want customers to come to you, then it's a problem, because you want everyone who sees your video or your project on your blog or whatever, you want them to buy the product so that you get that sale and you get that commission and you get whatever, that custom. So obviously you only want to show current products, but there's lots of demonstrators who use retired products all the time, because you're still showing, you can use a retired product that's still an in colour. So for instance, this is Blackberry Bliss, so it's still a colour. We still use Blackberry Bliss, so we still use the ink, we still use the cardstock, we still have ribbons that come out in Blackberry Bliss. So having said that, I don't think there's one here because these are all sort of more in colour ribbons. But look, that could go with that paper, which is new. So you can use retired stuff to show how to make something. And you can also, what I always think about is that people who are watching my videos who do like Stampin' Up, they've probably got some of the retired stuff themselves, that they're thinking, oh, well, do I have to buy all new stuff now because that's retired? No, you can carry on using retired stuff. So just because something retires doesn't mean, well, A, it doesn't mean you can never use it again. B, it definitely doesn't mean you can't demonstrate with it. And C, it doesn't even mean that you can't get it, because we have clearance rack that refills every now and again, and old favourites pop up back on there. Even this year we've seen colours come back. So people who threw out their retired mint macaron stuff, for instance, they'll be able to use it again now. So their ink pads, any pens, pencils, cardstock, whatever, it's come back again, it's returned. So don't think just because something's retired you can't use it, or that demonstrators are not allowed to demonstrate with it, because we are allowed to demonstrate with it. And we're also allowed to use our channels and our blogs and things to demonstrate with other products as well. So we're not forbidden from using, I use Tombow glue, that's what Stampin' Up sells. I'm not forbidden from using Pritt Stick. I can use Prick glue if I want to use Prick glue. I can use other scissors. I don't have to use Stampin' Up scissors. I can use a different bone folder as you've seen me use. I can use a different tape. I can use, you know, different embellishments, different ribbons. I can use whatever I want. The only thing you can't do as a Stampin' Up demonstrator is be a salesperson, an agent, whatever you want to call it, for another company that is in direct competition with Stampin' Up. So I could use, to my heart's content, wool, for instance, that comes from Wool Warehouse, because Wool Warehouse sell wool and yarn and cottons and threads and knitting needles and so many. They don't sell papercraft products. They might sell a few ribbons and buttons, but they're not in direct competition. They're not in the same market as in that sense. They're both in the craft market, they're in the handmade market, but they're not in, one's in threads and yarns, the sewing, if you like, niche group, and this is the papercraft niche group. So even that would be okay if Wool Warehouse wanted to pay me to use their yarns and sell their yarns and give me a commission. That would be perfectly fine, because it's not in direct competition with Stampin' Up. But if I wanted to use a die from somewhere else, or I'd cut something out, I mean, some of our top sellers, they're always talking about cutting stuff out on scan and cuts and things like that, and they're scanning in images from dies and things like that. I mean, a lot of companies don't let you do that. That, you know, you're not allowed to do that on use a scan and cut. Does that mean they're promoting the scan and cut? No. They're not being paid to use the scan and cut. They're not being paid to mention it. They're not agents. They're not on a commission. They're demonstrators who are demonstrating Stampin' Up products, and part of that demonstration is showing the versatility, showing how they can be used with other things. So, for instance, before Stampin' Up had the Stamparatus, you know, demonstrators were using other stamping platforms with Stampin' Up products. It would be ridiculous to suggest that you can't use a Stampin' Up stamp with a Tim Holtz stamping platform, because what are you doing? You're cutting your nose off to spite your face. You're sort of almost elitising the Stampin' Up stamp and saying it's too good to be put on that platform. Well, it's not too good to be put on that platform. And now the Stamparatus is out, and it's up to you whether. I haven't got a Stamparatus. I use Tim Holtz because I very rarely use that. So to me, a Stamparatus is not a worthy investment, because I don't do enough batch making, and I don't, to be honest, do enough stamping. So it's not my bag. But, you know, I have sort of given my views on which one is the better one, and which one, you know, if I was buying one today, which one I'd buy, and that's that. But it doesn't mean I can't ever use my Stamparatus with a Stampin' Up stamp in a video, because I can if I want to. Okay, so I just wanted to clarify that it's not like we're in some sort of bound secret society where we're never allowed to use anything again, anything else but Stampin' Up again. Okay, obviously everything coordinates with Stampin' Up, so it's not, you know, I'm not going to go, oh, I'll take this down to the range with me and search for a cardstock that matches, because when Stampin' Up's already done it for me, there's no need in me bothering, you know. And I'm not going to think, oh, I wish I could find a stamp set that coordinates with this paper, because Stampin' Up have already got a stamp set that coordinates with this paper. So, you know, but if there was something I've desperately wanted, say, I really want some little paper clips to coordinate with this paper, and Stampin' Up don't do them, I can't not do a project with those paper clips because I bought them from the works, because they're not Stampin' Up. So you get what I mean anyway. So yeah, there's that. And there's the thing I said the other day as well about having to make 2 of everything. You don't have to make 2 of everything to be a demonstrator. You can do your prototype with some scrap paper, and then you just make your final project on camera. And if you make mistakes, you make mistakes. That's, you know, that's the way to do it. And people seeing those mistakes inspires them, because they think, oh right, you don't have to be perfect to make something. Right, I'm going to have to go now because my dog is wanting to go out, and I've got a drink here that's gone cold that I really needed. So thanks for watching, thanks for listening, thanks for 500 subscribers, and here's to the next 5. Okay, take care, bye bye.